As discussed in an earlier talk, the time signature symbol, also known as meter, is placed after the key signature, usually at the beginning of the musical staff. Meter groups beats into bars of music called measures. Like an orchestra director, we can conduct various meters while counting along or singing. For example, 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, down, out, up. Or 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, down, in, out, up. And there are other meters as well, other groupings of beats in time. Two or more musical tones stacked vertically form harmonic intervals or chords. Such combined notes produce harmony, especially when heard together at the same time. Here is some harmony. Notes occurring in series form melodic intervals because they are the successive tones of a melody or song. The individual notes of a melody differ in two basic ways, in pitch and in duration. This talk explains how we visually represent the duration of different notes, which affects rhythm and is affected by the beat. Here is a table of note values. Observe the precise fractional relationship of the different note durations: breve note, whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note, and so forth. The smaller the fraction, the shorter the tone. This is a table of rest values. Musical silences having durations comparable to the notes are represented by symbols called rests. Observe again the precise mathematical relation of the fractions: breve rest, whole rest, half rest, quarter rest, and so on. Rhythmic subdivision. The time value of each note and rest can be split into two equal subdivisions, which is as simple as dividing fractions by 2. The result? Twice as many notes crammed into the same period of time. The music feels twice as fast. Listen carefully. Sometimes we subdivide notes or rests into 3 parts. When a whole, half, quarter, or eighth note is subdivided into 3 equal subcomponents, having a total durational value equal to 2 subdivisions of the same, they are called triplets. Note that though time does not speed up, triplets feel faster because 3 notes are squeezed into the time of 2. Notes and rests represent discrete musical sounds and silences of specific time durations, yet their actual value is not fixed to the clock, but relative to the tempo, beats per minute, and time signature, both of which may vary. For example, a series of quarter notes at a fast tempo requires less clock time than the same 4 quarter notes, or rests, when the tempo slows. Listen to the variation of musical time in this illustration. With the tie symbol, 2 or more notes of the same pitch may be joined in series, thereby adding together their respective durational values. The 3 tied notes in the example are not heard as 3 repeated notes, but are performed as a single sustained tone. Their sustained value sums the duration of the 3, amplified here by 3 percussion beats. Incidentally, the tie symbol is never applied to rests. The side dot is a rhythmic shorthand symbol that increases the duration of a note by 50%. A dotted note is like a tie between 2 notes of the same pitch, the second of which is precisely 1/2 the durational value of the first. All these examples thus sound identical to the previous slide. The duration of a rest may be similarly increased by 1/2 or 50% simply by putting a dot after it. The dot is the shorthand equivalent of 2 successive rests, the second of which being precisely 1/2 the durational value of the first. To illustrate, here are 3 examples of rests accompanied by a drum beat. Though they appear different, all 3 function essentially the same. To internalize the rhythmic values and relationships between the various note and rest durations, we suggest that students practice a series of drills using flashcards, which are readily available, or Make for yourself a set of rhythm flashcards using the note and rest tables as a guide, and be sure to make several cards for each note and rest value. Here is a drill based on the rhythms of the folk tune Lavender's Blue. While you conduct the 3/4 meter pattern, down, out, up, practice saying out loud the rhythm solfège syllables tu and tuku for quarter and eighth notes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tu, 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 tuku, tuku, tu, 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 tuku, tuku, tu, 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 tu. Drill number 2 is based on the tune Frère Jacques and features 4/4 meter, quarter, half, and eighth note rhythms, while conducting the 4/4 meter pattern, down, in, out, up. Say again the rhythm solfège syllables, tu and tuku. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tu, 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 tuku, tuku, tu, tu, tuku, tuku, tu, 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 tu. Drill number 3, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, features 6/8 meter, eighths, quarters, dotted half. Conduct 6/8 time like 2/4, down, up, with a bit of a lilt or swing, and be sure to whisper that dotted quarter rest. Ready? 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, ku, 2, 2, ku, 2, ku, 2, rest. 2, 2, ku, 2, 2, ku, 2, 2, ku, 2, 2, ku, 2, ku, 2, ku, 2. From now on, when learning to play a written tune, before trying to play or sing the written melody, you should first analyze and decode the precise note durations and practice saying rhythmic solfège syllables aloud while conducting in meter to a set tempo. If it helps you to focus, conduct with the right hand while simultaneously pointing to the note on each card with the left hand. Incidentally, the 2 little dots at the beginning and end of this assignment are repeat signs. Simply play everything between the repeat signs 2 times without stopping. After learning to flawlessly say the rhythmic solfège of the tune, you then go on to learn to sing the actual notes in pitch solfège, sol, mi. Sol, mi. But keep thinking the rhythm. Conduct the meter while singing, down, in, out, up, and point to each written note with your free hand. This requires practice. Finally, play the tune on the keyboard while you sing along, both in rhythm and in pitch solfège. Make sure that when you are playing and singing, your notes are always synchronized to a steady beat, internalizing the proper conducting pattern. Since your hands are not free to conduct while playing the piano, you can count the beats aloud according to the time signature. You may also ask a fellow student to conduct in meter while you play. People with good musical ears may find this difficult to do since their musical eyes are weak from lack of training and their ear tends to take over. But you want to learn how to read music, so keep working at it. Post a comment if you have a question or would like to see a specific topic relevant to some aspect of music theory. Thank you for your attention. Here is some food for thought.